Hi, welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. I'm psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, and it's great to be back. And today I'm going to be doing a video I was guided on. A lot of you out there would like to get in touch with your angels. And this is something that I do. My last video I was talking about the extraction work that I do, but I don't want people to forget that I am an angel communicator. I'm a psychic medium and also an angel communicator. And actually my entire spiritual journey started because I wanted to get in touch with my angels. This was something that I was really interested in doing. People who come to me for readings often ask me a lot, how can I do this? Am I able to do this? I don't have the ability. I'm not sure if I'm hearing right, if I'm hearing me, if I'm not hearing me. I don't know. And I often come across that a lot of people get frustrated because they really do want to hear their angels and see their angels and experience their angels. And some people feel like, well, you know, I don't have a gift, or I haven't developed my gifts yet, so this is just not seeming possible for me. I don't know if it's ever going to be possible for me. And I'm here to tell you, the angels want to tell everyone out there that yes, you can. First would be the intention, to set the intention that you want to speak with your angels. For people who don't know and who are just starting out, we are all given free will. So the angels cannot step in and really come into your life and intervene, help you with certain things if you don't ask. So that's very important. So free will choice, they cannot interfere with that. So the very first step I would say, and this is the step for me, and I'll just kind of share a little bit about how I got started and how I really began to get to know the angels, their signs, their presence, getting messages or whatnot. And I'm going to share that, and hopefully maybe that can inspire someone out there to start their own journey. So I began with intention. Often I hear that angels come into someone's life, or the divine, they start a spiritual journey and that connection with the divine when there's something in their life that is not working well. They're in the darkest time, perhaps the dark night of the soul. They really are going through some major obstacles in their lives, some challenges, and that would often prompt somebody to want to contact their angels. This was the same case for me. I had some difficulties in my home life, I'll say that, and because of that I didn't really know where to turn. Luckily, you know, some people would turn to drugs and alcohol, or they might turn to antidepressants or something like that, but I've always had a very strong nature. I've always been very open to spirituality, so for me to communicate with the spiritual, with divine beings, this is where I turned, and it's just a great way. So for anyone who might be going through some major things out there, difficult times, and never thought about maybe communicating with their angels, it would be a fantastic idea. Believe me, it just opens up a whole brand new world. It opens up doors, and life does seem, I would say, magical. Life is not easy, of course, but when you bring the angels in and you're working with them, you will start to notice a lot of synchronicities. You'll start to notice their signs. You'll just start getting a lot of different inner nudges and inner messages. So before I get into a little bit more about that, how I actually started, there was an angel store that was in my town where I lived. And so of course I was really curious to go in there, and the man that ran the store was just a really delightful guy. He was into inspiring people. He gave a lot of lectures. Everything that was in the store had to do with angels. So angel books, angel cards, angel pictures, angel oils, all kinds of angel gifts, angels everywhere. And so it was just such a peaceful feeling to be in this store. And I found this book, and I don't know if any of you recognize this book, but if not, I definitely want to show you. Hopefully you can see that. It's called Angelspeake by Barbara Mark and Trudy Griswold, How to Talk with Your Angels. And I just found this book really, really life-changing for me, because it actually teaches you how to receive automatic writing messages from your angels. Now, how cool is that? I mean, I thought to myself, wow. I mean, I've prayed, of course. I've prayed and prayed, prayed to the divine, prayed to my angels, but I never thought that I could actually get a handwritten message back from my angels. I mean, that was just amazing to me. And so this is actually how I started my channeling, how I built up my channeling. How do you get started with this? Well, for the most part, it's really about taking the time to quiet your mind and quiet the distractions out. I would say that is a very, very big part of this, because you don't want your ego mind getting in the way. And a lot of times the ego will try to distract you and try to tell you, well, this can't be real, this is not happening, this is my mind, this is not my angels. And so you're gonna have to kind of go through a little bit of that phase of understanding that what's you and what isn't you. The best way to start with the writing is to definitely start with prayer and protection. With anything that I've ever done throughout the years, it's always been with prayers, it's always been with protection. What I would personally do is I would call on Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the Archangel of Protection, and he will place his blue light. I would call upon the blue light and place this blue light around you as a protective light. You could also call on the violet light as well, very, very protective. Gold is protective as well. I would say my two top favorites as far as strength goes of protection would be purple and blue. That's what I usually use. So call Archangel Michael, call your spiritual team around you, place this light, visualize this around you, ask for protection, and then just kind of breathe and relax yourself and be open to it. Being open is next. You have your intention that you set, but you have to be open to receiving. So once you know you're protected, you have already set your intention that you want to make communications, then being open to what comes is really, really important to relax your body. So whatever kind of meditation that might be very, very helpful to you, because everyone's different. Some people may feel that just breathing and just focusing on maybe the ocean, or someone may feel like focusing on a garden, or someone else may do a quick chakra clearing and balancing, and that's really great. I really recommend that. So it's about shifting your consciousness at that point, shifting your state, relaxing yourself, letting go of distracting thoughts, anything that's happened during your day, any kind of worries, any kind of fears, letting that go. After that, now, when I would do this, okay, and I'm very fluent at doing this today. This is part of my angel channeling. It's part of it. I get a lot of things direct, but I also get a lot of things that come when I do writing. But just to relax and just not think about what you're writing. Some people may expect that the pen is going to move on their own, you know, something like maybe kind of creepy that you might have seen in, like, I don't know, like in a horror movie, like or a thriller movie, or like The Others, if anyone's seen that movie. It's not creepy. It's not scary. A lot of times you're going to you'll write things and you'll be aware of that you're writing. But the thing is that you'll just know that this writing is not coming from you. How do you know? That is usually the struggle. That's always questions with this. A lot of times the angels will use certain phrases and they will speak a certain way. Angels will often repeat things in threes. So 3, of course, is a divine number. And so I know a lot of times I'll get yes, 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 or no, 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 or they'll start off with angels, 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 might end that way. It could be any type of word, but a lot of times they'll speak in threes. Some things that would not be angels would be if they were trying to give you like lotto numbers or tell you what to do and instruct you what to do. Angels can't do that. Again, free will. So if you're getting instructions that you have to do this, you should do this, should, you know, have to, you must, things that, if the message comes off very demanding and it's instructing you, most times that will not be angels. Actually, 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, that's not going to be angels. That'll either be your mind or hopefully not interference from, you know, anything that is not of love and light, which can happen. Don't get scared, because you're going to use protection like I suggested. You're going to work with Archangel Michael, and so you're setting that intention, you're doing the protection. So asking for no interference and protection, you should be fine. So don't worry, no worries. But they'll repeat things in threes. Angelic writing also happens sometimes. Sometimes your handwriting will actually change. I know for me, when I started doing this, I would get a lot of different swirly kind of writing that I knew wasn't coming from me. Also, the speed of the writing. The writing would maybe start off slowly and then start getting a little faster, or maybe just take on a very just slow and intelligent type of speed where you know that's not you doing that, that it's coming from an outside source. When angels come through with automatic writing, they're always giving guidance. They are always letting you know that they're there. They're always encouraging you. Everything is very, very positive. So if you start doing writing and it's not positive, and it's coming off like it's judging you, judging your life or anything like that, you bet it's not coming from angels. Because angels are always going to look at the light side and the bright side of things and encourage you to do your life's mission. Let you know that you're loved, let you know that you're beautiful, that you're unique, all these different things. And so if that's not the normal language for a lot of you out there, then definitely that is 100% your validation that this is coming from a higher source and not from your own mind. So it's very important to remember that. I'm trying to think some other things that go on with automatic writing that would let you know that it's definitely them and not you. Other things that come up, I find, when angels come through, whether it be through writing or whether it be through coming directly to you, is that they're always letting you know that you are important in this world. They're helping to keep you on track. They're always looking at the best of your qualities. They're always seeing things within you that maybe you haven't seen within yourself. So I guess this is kind of getting a little bit more into what we just spoke about. But I just wanted to drive home the fact that angels are always going to see the light in you and see the beauty in you and see the potential. That's the word. That's definitely the word that I'm looking for. They will see the potential in us that maybe we haven't seen. So if you do get these types of things in your writing, and you know that that's not your normal language, you kind of maybe are not as nice to yourself, we'll just put it that way, it's definitely angelic contact. At first, it may start out a little bit slow, so I don't want anyone out there to get very, very impatient. I know when I started out with automatic writing, it was a little bit slow. So you're kind of will get like a couple of words, maybe you'll get a few words, maybe you'll get a sentence, maybe. But with practice, you'll become more fluent. It will flow through your consciousness a lot quicker, and you'll start to see that you will get more and more. Okay, so you'll start getting more sentences, it'll start flowing, or maybe it'll get a little faster. What I suggest is keeping a journal. This is what I did. I kept an angel journal of these channeled writings. What's great about keeping a journal, whether it's a dream journal or whether it's an angel channeling journal, is that you are able to look back at your writing and you'll find that there were messages in there that were actually really valid. Confirmations. Perhaps things that they told you that you didn't realize, and later on, wow, this actually happened, this manifested. I didn't understand what that message meant to me. I didn't resonate with it at the time. But then looking back on the message, you look at it and go, whoa, wow, now I know what they were referring to. Now I know what this had to do with. So they'll give you that guidance. You know, sometimes the angels do reveal future events, but I just want you guys to keep in mind out there that they will only reveal certain future events if they're able to disclose that. Because there are times where it's not going to be within your highest good for them to disclose that. Again, it's free will. So they don't want to interfere with any of your free will choices or your growth. Because remember, we're here to learn and we're here to grow. So the angels are going to help you with every step that you're taking. Okay, and that is what a majority of the messages are about. It's about support. It's about encouragement. It's about showing you the light within yourself that maybe you never noticed because you've only looked at the dark part of yourself, or you've only looked at what you felt was wrong, or you only felt of what you can't do, or you only chose to focus on your weaknesses. See, angels only focus on your strengths. If there are weaknesses that have to be brought up in order for you to grow from that, they will bring them up, but in a very encouraging and loving and nurturing way. Okay, so again, that may be very different from your normal mental language. So click, you know you're not talking to yourself, you're talking to a higher source of love. So that's very important to remember. So I really encourage everyone to try to, if you're interested in trying the automatic writing, I love it. I use it with all of my clients. Sometimes the whole time, sometimes only part of the time. But through practice, I've gotten really fluent at it. I save a lot of my channelings now on my computer, so I have a folder for my messages, which is actually really great. You know, back when I started this, in the early 2000s, I was doing a lot of just saving it in notebooks and whatnot. You could do either or. You can keep a journal that way, or if you want to, you can also do automatic writing on your computer. It works. Both ways work. So, you know, it's not like they're not going to come through as well if you're doing it on a PC versus doing it on paper. Actually, the messages that they gave me to give you, this is actually what I'm giving you. They wanted me to talk to everybody about ways of hearing them and seeing them and sensing them and focusing on angel communication. And they wrote writing, hearing, and signs. So, and they want to let everyone know that they are absolutely able to communicate with their angels. This is something that everybody can do. So that's why I'm doing this video. They wanted me to tell you that. As far as hearing and signs, so let's talk about that because we talked about the writing. I want to talk about signs because I feel that this is something that so many people are experiencing now, because there's been such shifts, such high level shifts with the energies. So many people going through spiritual awakenings, so many people who are discovering that they have divine partnerships such as soulmates and twin flames. There are just signs that are happening everywhere. We're accelerating as a human race at very, very fast speed, and we're going to higher levels. So lots of spiritual attainment and lots of gifts are also emerging in people who may not have realized that they had these gifts. Signs. Let's talk about 1111. Okay. So many people talk about seeing 1111. And for those who are only beginning to awaken, they often say that they see 1111. That's the very first synchronicity that they notice. And they notice it on clocks. They notice it even on license plates. They notice it on receipts. I mean, you name it. I know I've seen it everywhere. And what is 1111? Some people are questioning, well, what is this? I still don't know what this means. Does it mean make a wish? I've seen that. It goes a little bit deeper than just making a wish. 1111, quite simply, if I had to describe it, would be a gateway of consciousness. It's a way of your angels and your spiritual team to get you to understand that you are now going through a spiritual awakening. It is like a calling card. It's a wake-up code. It gets you to notice. It's really your team, the divine, coming in contact with you, letting you know that you are now ready to enter the next level. So now 1111 has to do, of course, with the spiritual awakening. 1111 is also associated with what is known as the highest divine partnership that there is between the feminine and masculine twin flames. So a lot of people claim to see 1111 when they first come in contact with their divine partner or twin flame, whether it be in the physical or higher self, or they're just about to come in contact with their twin flame. So that also occurs. Again, it still has to do overall with spiritual attainment, awakening, self-mastery, because the twin flames are about spiritually awakening, self-mastery, and being of service to humanity. So that's why many people who are coming across twin flames also see 1111. But 1111, again, spiritual awakening. So you'll see that. You'll also see triple numbers a lot. 333 comes up, 444, 555, things like that, other signs. There's a great book, Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue, that will help you with this. And these are very important signs that are going around. She has a full book that will tell you from 0 all the way up to, it's like 1,000. But she has all these numbers, and you can actually look into the book and look the numbers up, and they'll tell you pretty general meanings to them. But like I usually say, there's general meanings to a lot of things, but there's also deeper personal meanings. So that kind of brings me to other signs. Signs of just knowing. You just know something is a sign from your angels. And this one's kind of harder to describe, to be honest, because it's just a feeling. Or they say claircognizant, okay? Just knowing that you're just supposed to go somewhere. Just knowing that you're supposed to start a new business, or you just have a knowing that this is gonna be an amazing day, that something's gonna happen today, but you just don't know what it is, but you have that feeling of just knowing. That's angel guidance. Though that's 100% your angel speaking to you. See, a lot of people miss that in the beginning. if they haven't really set that intention to communicate with their angels, that's communication. That's communication. The little nudges, the feelings. Because our spiritual teams, our angels, help to keep us on track if we're rearing off the rails. They are always there for us. So it's up to us to notice it, to be aware of it, and to work with it. And let me tell you, the more that you notice it, the more you're going to get those signs. So just knowing, that is a very big thing. A lot of messages come across that way. I know, like for me, for clients, this is a very big ability of mine, the claircognizant, to just know information. But it's about trusting, so you have to trust that information. Because the more you try to dissect it and analyze it, you know, the ego gets in there, it's like there goes the message. So it's really about that very first impression. The very first impression that you get, don't question it, trust it. If you just feel this is the information that you just received, but you don't know how you received it, you just have a feeling, you know, that is truth. That is truth versus your ego trying to mess with it and make it something that it's not. So a lot of trust has to come here. Hearing from your angels. I would say that what we just talked about, the claircognizant, okay, they want me to talk about actual hearing inside of your own head, which is known as clairaudience. Okay, so clairaudience, like I just mentioned, is being able to hear, but sometimes people get confused, you know, are you actually hearing it with your physical ears, or is it, are you hearing it inwardly? It could be both ways. I do find that hearing on the outside is a little bit more rare than hearing inwardly, but there have been a lot of you out there, I feel, that have had experiences lately where you're in between sleeping and awake, and you just hear this voice inside of your head. It's a telepathic kind of voice, but you're hearing it. It may have, there's a message to it, and that's your angels. That's your spiritual team speaking to you. And a lot of times it's very easy for them to speak when you are in that in-between state, whether you're just waking up in the morning but you're not fully awake yet, or you're falling asleep but you're not quite asleep yet, but you're right in between. And that's a lot of times, that's when we have experiences. Either we have experiences of our angels and our spiritual team, or we have experiences of loved ones on the other side. So hearing that voice, that telepathic voice, now I want you guys to keep in mind too, this voice, again, it's always going to be a voice that's encouraging, a voice that's loving, a voice that is there to guide you in a positive way, to make you greater in the world. That voice may guide you to start a home-based business to help humanity. It may guide you to just change courses in your life, whether it be with different friends, maybe perhaps they're just telling you not to, well, not telling, but just guiding you. There are other things for you. There are other people for you, guiding you in a positive sense. That's them. That's them. Again, they are our teachers. They are our supporters. They're there to love us and nurture us no matter how we are feeling about ourselves at that time. They want to get us to see ourselves the way they see us. So this is the feel of the language. And I keep repeating this about the feel of the language because I want you guys to understand what the difference is between what would be your voice, your ego voice, or a voice that's not love and light, versus what true divine messages are, true divine voice. So that's kind of all I want to really share. I don't want to make this video too long, but I definitely urge you guys, if you're guided to, of course, if you resonate with this video, to maybe want to give that a shot. This book, Angelspeake, Barbara Mark, Trudy Griswold, How to Talk with Your Angels, is a great, absolutely a great way to start. I like to write with purple pens. That's just me because I just love the color. It's very royal and divine color. You can either start writing on paper. You can start a journal. If you want to do it on your PC, that's great too. So however you're comfortable with. And I'm really actually looking forward to anyone out there who's never tried this before and maybe started getting messages and it really excited them, or perhaps messages came through that really ended up being something that possibly happened to them. So it actually is a really fun journey, because you know, the more you open up to it, the more you're establishing that communication, which is it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful relationship, and the more that you do it, the better you will become at it, the more you won't question it, the more you'll trust it. Just one last thing before I end this real quick is that just meditation is very, very helpful with this. Yeah, there's a few cards actually that I pulled from Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. My first deck, I actually got this deck at the same store. But I didn't know what these cards meant at the time when I pulled them, but now I kind of see where they tie in. And they want you guys to realize that they're always there to help you, and that they're answering your prayers. They're answering your prayers right now. Okay, even if you may not be seeing how they're going to be answered, maybe some of you guys are very frustrated out there right now that things are just changing and things are might be taken away from you, and you're feeling life is just rapidly just changing, old patterns coming down, old friends taken away, all the things that are not for your highest good. They want you to realize that this is because they are actually orchestrating and answering your prayer. So they're orchestrating what's going to be best for your highest good right now. So they want you to know that. Okay. Also too, with this card, I'm really getting that with the prayers, they want you to surrender. They want you to also surrender, and they want you to know that although prayer is very, very important for us to do, they want you to trust that prayer and trust and surrender it, and not be so attached or obsessive with outcome. So that's that. So this will also tie into the messages. If you're getting messages regarding anything that you're worried about, anything that you're really looking forward to, but you're feeling very impatient, they want you to surrender it. And any kind of channeled writing that you get, surrender it, keep it in a journal, keep it on your PC, and don't be, you know, really, really obsessive or attached to how things are going to play out. They're answering your prayers. So that's in regards to that. Also, two really important ones, the meditation. We talked about that. Meditation is going to be very, very important, so you can hear the voice of God and Goddess. So you can hear the voice of the angels. That way you're always in connection. You're cleaning your energy. They're focusing on chakras, working on your energy centers, guys, clearing them out, rebalancing them, energizing them. This is going to help you to communicate better with them as well. And last but not least, I got nature. And when I get nature, it can be literally connecting with the outside nature worlds and trees and flowers and things like that. A lot of times I get it as just overall grounding. So make sure that when you do any kind of communication, that you are going to earth yourself or ground yourself. So you're going to connect to your breath, to your body, to your present moment. Concentrating on your feet and sending energy down through your feet, and connecting with Gaia, that's just going to help you to be more present and to breathe while doing that. Also extremely important. when you're connecting. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys might be a little bit interested in automatic writing with your angels. It's something a little bit different. Of course, I do love cards. I do, of course, love just getting things direct, but I really got started with the writing. So I'll really love to hear from you guys if you want to connect with me. Don't forget to go to theparanormalpriestess.com. I offer personal readings, detailed readings from your spiritual team, from your angels. They're called Angels and Guides readings. I offer a half an hour. I also offer an hour. And they're really detailed readings, guys. I mean, they will really show me and speak to me and give me a lot on you. So if you're having a nudge to get a reading with me, definitely they're going to give me a lot of details, tools for you, guidance, validations, or whatnot. So they're pretty detailed. So definitely check it out, theparanormalpriestess.com. You can also find me, like my page on Facebook, The Paranormal Priestess, and you can find me on Twitter. I have it at Para Priestess YouTube, so YT, so at Para Priestess YT, sorry, it's new. And I have my regular Twitter, which is para_priestess. So I have those two Twitter accounts. And I'm gonna put all that information in the description below. So definitely you might wanna take a look at that. I'll also put the name of the book in the description as well. So you guys might want to order that from Amazon. So that's it. Many, many blessings. I'm looking forward to another video with you guys. And I'm just so happy to have this channel now and be connected with you. Many blessings, guys. Take care. Much love. Bye-bye.